Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. What is certain is that disease passing from place to place and from animals to humans is nothing new. Listen to historian Peter Frankopan being interviewed for the BBC program Hard Talk. See if you can hear the reasons he gives for how diseases are spread. Well, it's a fairly predictable thing. A historian would say, but changes and widespread disease are nothing new. Our ancestors all lived through big pandemics, some of them which were much more lethal than coronavirus. And one of the products of living together in high densities populations, going back as far as historical records goes, is you find there are transitions of disease from animals to humans being, and they inflict damage, and that damage typically you measure in mortality rates, but then the economic and social consequence of disease. There's a lot of examples in history to learn from. Compared to coronavirus, other big pandemics in history have been much more lethal. It means dangerous enough to cause death. One reason Peter gives for this is the high density populations, meaning people living together in buildings very close to one another. In olden days, this included living together with animals, making the transmission of disease to humans much easier. Right, Joshua, like the flea-infected rat, which spread the plagues across Europe in the Middle Ages. But time changed, and today most people live in very different ways from people living centuries ago. So how can we explain the spread of the coronavirus pandemic in 2020? And why have some countries been able to deal with it so much better than others? Here's Peter Frankopan again talking to the BBC, their Hard Talks. Let's listen and see if you can use support his answer. Well, your geographical position in the world matters. If you are geographically peripheral like Scandinavia or New Zealand, then you have a different data, a different levels of connectivities with the rest of the world. If you are a country like UK, which is the center of all global flight routes, then the incidence of people going backward and forward in and out of your country, you're going to spread and catch much quicker. The scorecard is very mixed, and there have been some democratic systems that have been extremely resilient and robust, but anticipating it, and some that have got it wrong.